It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the NFC North. It's the Vikes and the Bears, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Kenny Nwagu now out of his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Cousins gives way to Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Well, a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They go play action. Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown. Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Jakeem Grant now to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Fields now to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now it's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a big...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Daniil Hunter, his 2nd sack of the night. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daniil Hunter able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Play fake. Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. Third and short yardage. Cousins being chased out left. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. On 2nd and inches, Fields. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Flush to his right. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. On first down, it's Fields. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Throwing again is Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. This from 54 yards away. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Cousins buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A give. This is Montgomery. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. Now, a little bit of hesitance.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. This is Jakeem Grant. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have...
Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. On play action, Cousins. He'll buy some time right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. 2nd and goal from the 1. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Cousins now. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. KJ Osborne there to make the grab. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Cook, they'll try and run it. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Grant sets to return it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. And he finds his tight end, Graham. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the gun, here's Fields. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On the move to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And got his man complete. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected, but I know this will surprise you.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. Room here to run. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Cousins, they'll roll him out right. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Handoff comes to Cook, and he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
They call it a loss of a yard there. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Joseph is good. And that one ups the lead to 22-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
3rd and long. It's Fields. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Cousins to throw it. Open man here is Conklin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down. It's Cook. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And quickly they get to the line. Again, it's Cook. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Running for it. Here's Cook. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Mike, 55. Check 55.
Fields on first down. That's complete to Mooney. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
That's good. We're on Bears. First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, Fields. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. To the air again, Fields.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3. 2nd down. 2nd down, they go right back to Cook. Now Cook hit and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
I don't care.
And now, as with every potential turnover,
after review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll run for it. Cook. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
Offside. Defense.
And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
No doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this minute.